Aventura opens, Toothsome closes, and more on episode 315 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Hope you're all well. It is me, Tracy, obviously. And with me I have Lee.
Hello everyone.
Hello. I have Darren.
What's up, Internet? Yeah, just bring that in over here. Bring it down. Okay, yep, just overseeing the construction of the new Harry Potter coaster here on site at Universal.
Awesome. And we have Chris.
Heyo.
Took me by surprise.
Just heyo. That's all we need.
Quite close to home, that
While
one.
we're talking about it, by the way, that new Potter coaster, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's really coming on already.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, moving pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
the
hope it does.
latest pictures I've seen from Bio Reconstruct, like the aerial shots, are unbelievable. I
Yeah.
can't believe it. It's going to be awesome.
As long as it's open for October next year, I'll be very happy.
Bloody better be.
It better be. It will be.
You,
Yeah, I
you
think
would have
so.
thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Right. Cinemark coming to Universal Orlando City Walk. So, Chris, do you want to tell us about that?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
So Universal Orlando has announced that major enhancements are coming to the movie theater at Universal City Walk beginning this fall as it becomes Universal Cinemark. The transformation will begin in September and take several months to complete. What features can you expect? Well, they have new reclining Cinemark luxury loungers.
Ooh,
Loungers.
That's handy
with
to fall asleep
extendable
to.
footrests.
That is
Absolutely.
literally me falling asleep if I ever go in there.
Yeah.
It's like, why sleep at home in a movie when you can do it here and pay us?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Footrests, extendable footrests, cup holders, and plush seating will be installed in all 20 auditoriums, so you can kick up your
Finally.
feet.
Cup holders. They didn't have those before. It was really weird. They
And
didn't mesh with the bowls. They don't really give you drinks in cups like a normal theater. It's kind of a whimsical thing they do. They give it to you in a bowl. So this is nice change.
where am I? Yes.
Yes, I have no idea, Chris.
Utmost comfort while watching your favorite films and drinking out of bowls. The addition of a Cinemark XD auditorium. The XD auditoriums feature expansive wall-to-wall screens, custom-engineered surround sound with multi-channel speakers, and state-of-the-art projection systems capable of delivering 35 trillion colors. Plus, you can boost your movie-going experience by joining the Cinemark Movie Club, a unique monthly movie membership program offering ticket and concession discounts along with other exclusive benefits. You can join and take advantage of the benefits by downloading the Cinemark app. And the theater is actually going to be closed all day on Friday, September 14th, to prepare for the Universal Cinemark's debut on Saturday, September 15th. And that's going to be when the remodeling work will begin.
Yeah, no, hang the Dementors over there. Okay, oh, sorry about that, guys. Okay.
Right, being British and having no idea what Cinemark is, are they any good?
You know, I thought they were the British company, but I was corrected once reading about that. What's the one you guys have over there?
Cineworld.
Okay, that's why. Easy mistake. Yeah, there's some over in Georgia. I guess there's some around the United States. I mean, Florida and stuff too. But I have not been to one. But everything that they've said there is a large improvement over what they have currently.
Yeah, we actually have one. That's the one I go to here.
All right.
In South Florida. I personally love it. It's like I said, it's the one we go to. We get to reserve. They did the whole renovation of that theater probably by my house, probably about a year ago, maybe a year and a half, to all luxury loungers, reclining, all that fun stuff. They have the XD, screens there. So they just added a bar as well.
Yeah,
it's a good experience. I like them, and I even have the Cinemark club thing because we go pretty often. So you save money. Like you get 15-20% off anything you buy at the concession stand, and I can buy tickets online in advance and not have to pay any online fees associated, and I get a discount on a couple tickets aside from my own. So I think it's worth it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
We've never been to at all, have we ever?
No, well, you don't go on holiday to go to the cinema.
No. I have considered it a few times when there's stuff that's come out over there way before we get it here.
Yeah, I think it's good for the people that live in the area, but
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, personally, I have never been to a movie theater on vacation up in Orlando. Like, there's just too much going on, and I can do it back home pretty easily. But good stuff for them over there.
Yeah, I went and saw it over there, and I just felt like I was going to like a theater that was still in the very early 90s. The way the seats were and everything like that, the bowls for the drinks, that was weird, but I just kind of went with it. I wanted to set it down.
Holders.
I know I wanted to set it down though, and I just couldn't. There was nowhere to put that because no cup holders. But it sounds like they're getting into that too. No, just like the way the seats were and everything, they were just really old and weird carpet. Like the 90s like laser carpeting that looks like the backdrop for all the pictures that you had from school. That kind of thing. Is like exactly how it was set up. They had a DDR machine from back in the like early 2000s and stuff. So it was just a weird setup. So it definitely needed an upgrade, and glad to see it happening. And I think I'll be more likely to see some more movies there because of this. So
yeah, when you consider how much they've upgraded City Walk in the last 5 years or so to have a sort of languishing in squalor movie theater there, it's about time they did it.
Yeah, and it's Universal. I mean, you should have a pretty good movie theater, right?
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Cool.
If you're going to do it. So.
Okie dokie. Well, staying on City Walk, I think. We've got a Which Voodoo Do You Do clip.
Hello, UUO podcast. My name is Maddy Willette. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I am sending you my Which Voodoo Would You Do? So I recently went to the Orlando Voodoo Donuts for the very first time. I have, however, been out to the one in Los Angeles, and I tried 2 donuts while I was there. I tried the special Jurassic World Raptor Claw donut, which was a cake donut that had raspberry filling and a chocolate frosting with some blue sprinkles on top. Very, very good, and I was not expecting the raspberry flavoring at all on the inside, but it was delicious. And then the second one that I tried was the special Universal Orlando Orange Creamsicle Donut, which I think has been like my favorite thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. It was so good. The orange filling was delicious, and the little chocolate balls on top were so good, and it was fun because it was on a popsicle stick. Absolutely delicious. I am hoping to go back and try some more donuts very soon. And of course, I will send you guys more summaries of my favorite donuts. I love the podcast. It makes me so happy driving to work every day, listening to you guys, and keep up the great work. All right. Bye.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was lovely.
Maddie's actually just joined our blogging team.
Has she?
Yes, she's going to be doing a regular blog post from Williams of Hollywood for us.
Very nice.
Nice.
I've got to say they are 2 of my wish list donuts.
And my wish list's about as long as their menu is, to be quite
I was
honest.
going to say, yeah, there's just about everything on my wish list, but yeah, they're up near the top.
Yeah.
So cool. Chris, would you like to remind people how to send in their choices, please?
But of course. So eat as many as you can,
Yes.
or all of them. Either one, doesn't matter. Record a message, which is your favorite, and send it over to us at podcasts or to podcast@uuopodcast.com. And we will play them on air like we just did.
We will.
Yes, we will. Awesome. Right, so yeah, we're going to stick with City Walk area. Why not? So, yes, you may have had a little shock at the top of the show when you heard us say, Toothsome closes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it did. Temporarily. I'm sure some of you have already heard about this. But yeah. So Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savoury Feast Kitchen recently closed its door. Or doors. I'm pretty sure it's got more than one. Yes, it was only temporarily, because live cockroaches were found in the chocolate prep room. But, come on. Just, in Jurassic Park, they have scorpion lollipops.
That's true.
The
cockroaches.
mummy sells maggots. So.
Exactly. Cockroaches, great source of protein.
Yeah.
But there were... yeah. There were 15 other violations, though. 15.
That's scary, that.
So 16 in total, including a violation. Now, this one, the weather and everything. They had small flies in the storage, bar and dessert prep area. This comes from fruit. We know, we've had the same trouble, haven't we?
We have, actually.
You know, it just takes fruit to turn. For some reason, there's little flies everywhere. But other violations included food stored at improper temperatures, tut, and a mould-like substance inside the ice bins. Now, we all know you don't go near the ice bins in this place, don't we?
In fairness, that was at the Hard Rock.
Yes, that was, yes. It wasn't a hotel, but yeah, best to avoid them, I think.
We thought it was just at the
Yeah. So the restaurant did reopen later that day because they had a second inspection, I can't speak, after being given time to do a deep clean and sort things out. And what they said was, we care deeply about the health and safety of our guests, and we have aggressive programs in place at all our food establishments. This is from Thomas Schroeder. The issues cited in the report were quickly resolved with no disruption to service. Now, the failed inspection means that the state classified Toothsome as a risk level 2 eatery, and it will be inspected more frequently than establishments with clean records.
Silver lining.
Yeah, good. And you know what? Now it'll always be clean.
Yes.
Well, there is that.
But it's it's not something you ever consider when you go to a
You
theme
might
park.
not.
I don't. You're a germaphobe, though. When I
No,
go
I'm
on
a
holiday and I
realist.
go to anywhere in the theme parks, the last thing on my mind is the kitchen clean? Are they doing everything properly?
Well, here's the answer. No.
But you just
If
expect
can't
it,
see
don't you?
They're not.
You're
talking about
Yeah.
multi-billion-dollar companies. You would expect
No, they all cut corners. Everybody cuts corners.
things to be done
Could
correctly.
be, I mean, I think it's just they get lazy too, right? Which they shouldn't
This
be.
is it. You get complacent. You find shortcuts, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
How long's Toothsome been open now? It's about a year? 2
I was
years?
going to say it's longer than a year.
Yeah, it's probably 2 years, maybe.
It's an interesting question.
'Cause it's what, 3 years since we've been, and they were building it then.
They were, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Roaches are kind of unavoidable in Florida. I think
Oh,
pretty much every
yeah.
restaurant has had at least one violation for them. And, you know, especially if they reopen that quickly later on that day, it was probably a minimal thing and they got it taken care of.
Yeah.
It's only a concern if there's roaches riding on other roaches here in Florida. If they see that, then you're like, you got a problem.
Yeah.
But,
See, we have roaches in our kitchen.
Yeah, but they're in a box.
Yeah, I do breed them. And stink
and I will
bugs.
say all of the roaches were in theme. They were wearing little steampunk goggles. It was adorable.
Oh, we need someone to draw that.
Little cogs on the wings.
Somebody get Shelby Denim on the horn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Penelope Toothsome as a cockroach.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Toothsome opened on September the 22nd, 2016. So it's just
Coming
going
up
up
2
2 years
years.
It's
old.
going up 2 years. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that
enough.
doesn't really bother me. The food being at unsafe temperatures, that's not good.
No,
at
that
all.
isn't. No.
Um,
And that having run that tea room myself, I know how important it is to use your thermometers and your probes and things and keep records, and that's bad news.
Mm.
You know, obviously, you know, it's not just bad news because they're going to get fines and stuff like that, but you know, it's you've got that clientele there, and then they're going back out into hot weather as well, which is going to, if they're going to get ill, it's going to make them ill faster.
yeah.
Problem
You know.
is, it's splattered all across social media. This
Well,
now,
if they
and
got ill, it
everyone-
would be splattered off.
and everyone will look at it as like, "Ugh, don't go to Toothsome. It's horrendous. They've got cockroaches in their kitchen," and it's, you know, it's a one. Hopefully, it's a one-off thing, and it's sad that
Well, you keep an eye on it.
probably will suffer because of it.
Yeah, I think they do in the short term, but overall, I think they'll
Yeah.
probably be fine.
Well, it's the same.
Yeah.
Like to put it into perspective, we said the same about Alton Towers when the Smiler accident happened. That people were like, "Oh, I'm not going there. It's not safe." But then you go, "Really? That coaster's probably the safest coaster in the world at this point."
That whole park was probably the safest park in the world at that point.
You know, and the same thing goes with Toothsome. It's probably the cleanest restaurant in Orlando at this point.
And the thing is, they now won't get arranged inspections. They will get surprise inspections.
Yeah.
So they have to be on it. And I have no doubt that there will be.
Oh yeah.
You know, if they're not, they're going to pay the price, aren't they?
Well, there's the question: does it?
And now it's time to pay the price.
Are we allowed to use that? Is it trademarked?
I don't know what it means.
No, me either. Would it stop you going?
Me, I wasn't. I know it sounds awful. I'd like to go in, but I'm
Because
not.
it's chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about eating there anyway.
Right.
Because you're asking the wrong person here. I want to go in to see all the steampunk stuff, but
So in other words, we're just going in for milkshakes.
well, no, you can go in and eat. You know,
They do have
Tachos.
non-chocolate food,
they do.
but I don't know, like not a lot of non-chocolate and vegetarian. And,
No, and
Yeah.
also combinations of
Sadly.
things that I don't like.
yeah.
Anyway,
But, you know.
Nice house salad, no dressing.
and a cockroach.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not vegetarian now, though, is it? Excuse me, sir. There's a cockroach in my salad.
Better
I
than
thought
half.
this was supposed to
Excuse
be
me.
vegetarian.
It's better than
That's my
finding
only
half a
problem with
cockroach.
What?
It's better than finding half a cockroach.
Ah, very funny.
Yes.
Oh, right. I think before we go any sillier. So, yeah, speaking of things closing, Lee, talk to us about Sindbad.
Oh, I like that segue. That was a good one there. Universal have not officially announced it, but we have heard on the grapevine that the eighth Voyage of Sindbad at Islands of Adventure will be closing on September the 15th.
Ooh.
Sindbad, yes.
Seriously, you didn't know this?
I found that out about a year ago when our good friend Andy DeGenova messaged me about it. And it's apparently a way of them getting around the copyright of using the name Sindbad.
And if he'd listened to me...
And also yeah.
You know what, in 2004 when we first went and I looked at the photographs, I'd noticed the spelling and pointed it out to him. He'd have known this for donkey's years.
Busted this many years later, Lee.
Yes, I know.
I knew he didn't listen to me.
But yeah, Universal haven't announced anything, but we've seen enough about to know that it's pretty much happening.
Yeah.
Speaking to lots of people in know, we believe this is going to be. It is the beginning of the end of the Lost Continent, but probably not for many, many years yet.
We've been saying this for a while, though, haven't we?
Well, we have ever since Hogsmeade opened, really.
Mm-hmm.
Rumours are saying that it's not going to be replaced, and that the reason they're closing it down is it's a cost-cutting measure.
It's a shame because it's a place for people to, especially when you've got kids, a place to go and just cool down, have a drink, chill out a bit.
Get people out at the lines in the park, but apparently it wasn't getting anywhere near capacity every showing anyway, and that's probably why they've closed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember last time we went, it was like maybe 100 people there.
Yeah, that's sad, really. Yeah. It's not that bad. I don't think it's that
it's not
bad.
terrible, but 100 people there kind of sucks for the performers.
Absolutely,
looking out,
yeah.
empty chairs everywhere.
What would be nice is if they could open that up so people could just go and sit in the cool-ish air.
Yeah.
You know, and have a chill out. I've seen plenty of people lay down the benches and go to sleep in there.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But of course, we wish all the actors that were there and everyone behind the scenes all the best of luck.
Yes.
We hope that they get redistributed around the park, and if not, then they do find other stuff, and I'm sure they will. They're all talented performers. I mean, most of them have been doing Sindbad for a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's sad that it's another actor-driven thing at Universal Orlando that's now gone. We're getting down to like 2, I think.
Bare bones,
now.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like taking out the stuff in Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, like the original stuff in the park. You've got Horror Makeup and Poseidon's Fury. That's it, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
And sort of the pre-show to Fast and Furious.
And and Fallon.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a lot. And I know it was a cheesy show, but when you looked at it properly, it was a hell of a stunt show.
It was.
You know, so
It's just sad that there's very little places at Universal now for you to take time out of your day to sit down, have a chill out, but be entertained while you're doing so. Because you think like Hogsmeade, you can't. There's nowhere to sit when you're watching those shows. There's nowhere unless you sat on the floor in Diagon Alley. There's nowhere to sit and watch that. There's nowhere for you just to go and have 20 minutes, half an hour, chill out, a drink, and watch a show.
Yeah.
Animal actors, hey.
True.
5 minutes of the Hogwarts Express.
But
Fear
that's it,
factor.
really, isn't
Yeah.
it? I think
Eye in the
it's,
Sky Zoo's Trolley Train Ride. That's about 7 minutes.
yeah, and the queue is about 40.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it's not. It's not. Well, where are we? I know. While we digest that, why don't we go and visit Maureen for an Autism at the Park from Volcano Bay?
Hi, this is Maureen Deal from Autism at the Parks, reporting for the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, and today I'm at Volcano Bay. Right now I'm standing in the River Village, just outside the entrance to the 2 slides of the Hanu Iki Moana. Now these are raft slides with steep drops, sudden twists, turns, and spinning. The blue one is the Hanu, and that is more intense than the green one, which is the Iki Moana. The blue Hanu raft slide has a 48-inch minimum height requirement, and it's a 5-person raft slide, and it sends you up 2 massive walls. The green slide, which is the Iki Moana, it's also called the Whale. That's a 5-person twisting, turning raft ride, and the minimum height requirement is 42 inches, but guests between 42 and 48 inches must ride with a supervising companion. Now, most of these attractions that have raft rides and slides, people with certain conditions should not ride, and those are heart conditions or abnormal blood pressure, recent surgery or other conditions that may be aggravated by the ride, back, neck, or similar physical conditions, and expectant mothers. And you should really listen to the instructions of the TM. Stay in your raft, hold on. They'll weigh the group that will be boarding the raft, and the combined weight cannot exceed 700 pounds or 317 kilograms. And you must independently support yourself in the tube during the ride. And there's limitations on the attire you can wear, nothing with buckles, rivets, or any sharp adornments that could damage the slide, including jewelry. Life jackets or other personal flotation devices are permitted on the ride, and guests with prosthetics should see an attendant for assistance. The pool depth is 36 inches, but that's at the end and after all the terrifying experience. Now, it's not that bad, but I was pretty terrified. I rode the green level Iki Moana, and unfortunately when I was placed in the raft, I ended up going backwards down the entire slide, and that was something I'll never forget. So another thing to keep in mind is you must climb stairs in order to get on either one of these slides, and it's equivalent to about a 4-story building. So it's a lot of stairs, and one of the things you can keep in mind if you're planning to visit Volcano Bay is to get used to walking upstairs. I would say if you're a thrill seeker, you need to try these. They're fun. I don't think I would have been as terrified if I hadn't been going backwards. So this has been Maureen Deal for the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, signing off.
Okay.
Mental note, don't go backwards.
Chris, are they favourites of yours?
Yes, that the blue one, Honu, I think it is. Yeah, that one was still my favorite ride over there. Well, be top 3. That one just has this giant wall that you ride up.
Yes, that one.
I don't know if I said it before, but like you literally, every time I ride it, I think we're just going over and out. And then you can actually see the parking garage there for Cabana Bay. So I'm like, we're going to go park right now. But yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Love that one.
Yeah, sounds great.
Down is like semi-naked in a raft on a slide with other people in water, and then nearly coming over the edge of a 4-story building. No thanks.
Oh, it sounds so appealing.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. It's just more me actually having to be in a bathing suit.
You're not the only one.
I'm not happy with, But sounded like fun.
Sounds like she crapped herself most of the way down it. But
oh, bless her.
You always laugh at that person, though, don't you? It's like the same if you go on Popeye and Bluto. You always laugh at the person that goes down the drops who's facing it backwards, because you know they're always going to get soaked.
I don't laugh anymore.
Oh, I do.
Karma's bitten me. I don't laugh. Right, I think it's time actually for an ad from our lovely friends at Mouse and Muggle.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Grabbed a butterbeer and the 3 broomsticks after a long day touring Hogwarts Castle? No? Then what are you waiting for? Let our team of experts help make your dream a reality. At Mouse and Muggle Travel Company, we specialize in all things Universal Resort and promise to do our very best to put together a vacation package that fits your needs, wants, and budget. We specialize in Disney destinations as well. So if you're ready to get started planning your next family vacation, let Mouse and Muggle Travel Company do all the hard work for you. Just visit us at mouseandmuggle.com to fill out a no-obligation quote request or send an email to info@mouseandmuggle.com. And remember, whether you're a mouse or a muggle, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company can help make your next vacation simply magical.
Welcome back. Okay, now we are going to tell you everything you need to know about Aventura Hotel. Aren't we?
I'm not, but go on. I'm willing to hear all about it.
Oh, good. Me too.
Because it has opened.
It has. Right, I'll start off with the views. Now, I'm assuming this isn't your wording.
No.
Okay. So let's put on the what's the spokesperson voice, announcer voice. Whether you're in a guest room or at Bar 17 Bistro, this hotel offers some of the most spectacular views of any hotel I've ever seen.
I thought I'd changed that.
And I've seen and worked in my fair share of hotels around the world.
Have you?
Apparently so. Where's the money?
Didn't say you get paid for it.
Look one way and you'll see Universal's Volcano Bay. Be sure to use our dedicated walkway that takes you straight to Volcano Bay. And our sister hotel, Universal's Cabana Bay Beach Resort. I especially love the view at night of Volcano Bay from Bar 17 Bistro.
I'm glad you do.
You didn't know I'd been, did you?
One of these days I'll get these things right.
Look in another direction and you'll see another of our sister hotels, Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort. Look beyond and you have an awesome view of Universal's Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios Florida, and Universal City Walk. And you don't have to be on the roof to see these views. The floor-to-ceiling windows in many of our guest rooms showcase these views brilliantly.
Oh, Darren.
I think they've missed a view out there.
Oh, Darren.
What now? What?
Not wanting to spoil next week, but did you get any of those views, Darren?
That's all we need to hear.
Tell us about the food and drink instead, Darren.
Well, Universal have meticulously crafted the menus and cocktails to bring you something out of the ordinary. Great food in a casual, welcoming setting that puts everyone at ease. What are the must-haves, you ask? Well, the bao buns and the Wagyu beef sliders at Bar 17 Bistro. A specialty cocktail at any of our 3 bars, Bar Ventura in the lobby, Bar Soul at the pool, or Bar 17 Bistro on the rooftop. But perhaps the best aspect of this entire project is the food hall in the lobby, the Urban Pantry. Visit one of 4 stations for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and see how they've mixed fresh and flavorful with affordable casual to create something new for Orlando's theme park's Orlando food scene. Here you'll enjoy diverse flavors, fresh ingredients, and globally inspired dishes, such as teriyaki stir-fry and smoked salmon pizza.
Ooh. And cockroach chocolates.
No, that's next door.
So, Chris, why don't you tell us about the team?
Everyone knows about it. Oh, no, you...
Yeah.
Sure. Every minute of every day, those who work in hospitality are focused on one thing, the guests. Each guest has a story, and the team's job is to be part of the guest story in a meaningful and memorable way. Whether you're visiting from a few miles away or half a world away, Aventura's team is there to take care of you and help you escape the everyday. Guests at Aventura Hotel will see the team's undeniable passion as they experience this new hotel and all the endless opportunities for fun at Universal Orlando Resort. Best of all, guests can enjoy all that Aventura Hotel has to offer at a prime value price point. If you haven't already booked your stay, now is the time. Rates at Aventura Hotel start at just $116 per night for a 4-night stay. And for a limited time, guests that book a stay at Universal's Aventura Hotel will receive a $50 hotel dining credit when staying for 4 nights or longer.
That's not bad.
That's not much.
No. Okay.
Sorry.
What do you want us to say about that one, Lee?
Nothing.
Okay.
I'd like you to invite people to tune in next week as we will find out whether all those statements were true.
What Lee said. Yeah. And bring your popcorn.
We have an in-depth look next week.
Darren is fresh. And when we say fresh, we mean fresh. Saturday night, was it, Darren? You stayed there?
Yep.
And this is Monday, so yes, 2
Last
days
Saturday
ago.
night. Or this Saturday. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
So keep that in mind, everything that's just come out there, Darren. And it'll be interesting to see how true to their words they were.
Mm-hmm. We will indeed. Okay. Let's have a little things with Seth.
We're rattling
please.
through stuff tonight, aren't we?
We are.
Hi, everyone. This is Seth Kabursky. I've been busy hard at work on the 2019 edition of the Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, but I am back again with another look at all the little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort. Let's start out in City Walk, where Hart and Huntington Tattoo has recently reopened from refurbishment and is once again available for all your inking needs. Also in City Walk, permits have been filed for the renovation of Emerald's Restaurant, so we should soon have an idea of what is going into that space. And the AMC Cineplex becomes a Cinemark movie theater as of September 15th, which means that August 25th was the final performance of the Rich Weirdos in the Rocky Horror Picture Show at Universal City Walk. Keep an eye on richweirdos.com. Hopefully the cast will find a new home somewhere in town. Inside Universal Studios Florida, preparations for Halloween Horror Nights are well underway. The windows of the Macy's facade in the New York area, which has in the past held a Halloween Horror Nights store, have been redecorated with an 80s theme. And some props from the extended queue of the Revenge of the Mummy ride right next door, which was recently converted into a locker area, are now for sale in the Williams of Hollywood prop shop. Here's some news from Hogsmeade over in Islands of Adventure. Construction walls went up last week for a refurbishment of the stage used by the Frog Choir and the Tri-Wizards Spirit Rally. I was told that modifications are being made to the stage to accommodate the new roller coaster going in behind it. During the refurbishment, the performances are turned into meet and greets held in front of the normal area. And a cart in front of the Three Broomsticks restaurant is now selling the same hard-packed butterbeer ice cream that previously debuted at Universal Studios Hollywood. Take my advice and stick with the soft-serve butterbeer ice cream served in Diagon Alley. In both parks, you may notice a change in the bottled water that is being served. Zephyr Hills is out. If you visit an outdoor vending kiosk, you'll find Niagara bottled water for $2.99 plus tax. But if you go inside to any quick service restaurant, you'll now be getting H2O plus water for $4.50. And a couple quick notes from Volcano Bay. King Julian from the Madagascar movies is meet and greeting at Volcano Bay through Labor Day. And Volcano Bay is once again selling express passes in advance online, as well as in the park at the concierge desks. Volcano Bay passes start around $30 and are for one-time use only, not unlimited. And finally, the new Aventura Hotel opened recently, and Bar 17 Bistro on the roof is a big hit. If you want to visit the new bar, you could park your car in the main parking garage and use a bus or walk. But if you want to park in the hotel's parking garage, you can get validated with a $25 purchase at the Bar 17 Bistro. That'll save you the $45 self-parking fee in the hotel's garage. That's all for now. This is Seth Kabursky from the Unofficial Guides, Touring Plans, Attractions Magazine, and Orlando Weekly. And I'll be back again soon with more little things from around the Universal Orlando Resort.
Sorry.
Did he say 45?
45? Yeah.
No, if you remember, Seth mentioned this a while ago at the other hotels. That's if you're not staying there.
Even so,
yeah, but that's to stop people just rocking up
Okay.
Well,
and parking the car there for the day and going to the parks.
Yeah, because it would be $14 if you were if you were a hotel guest.
Yeah.
he fell
yeah.
over.
So, yeah. or to stop people potentially parking there and then walking to Volcano Bay.
Yeah, that's probably the bigger
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Well, I know they still check your room key though.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, if you go through that entrance, it's a different entrance with some security there, and you have to show them your room key from any of the resorts on site.
Okay.
But they won't let you through without that.
Oh, so even if you're staying at one of the other hotels, you can still go through the Cabana Bay and Aventura Volcano Bay entrances.
Yep.
Oh, that's good to know.
Handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? What was that? $4.99 was that water inside? Yet you can
$4.50.
get it outside for $2.50 or whatever it was.
Different. No, this is the Resource Plus water that he's talking about.
I don't give a
H2O
crap. It's
plus.
water.
There's
It's
extra
pH balance.
beach in there.
Yeah, there's pH balance to be perfectly hydrating to your body.
Oh, what if your pH levels are out?
What if I don't care about my pH levels? You just
What
drink
if-
it. I'll just go on Popeye and Bluto and keep your mouth open.
What if it-
They
yeah.
stopped selling
You're gonna be like the
years
people
ago.
I saw. Yeah, you're gonna be like the people I saw, like actually filling up a water bottle on one of the water rides.
Oh no, we've never done that.
You saw that?
Yes, I seen that.
Really?
Yes,
Oh man.
Oh.
totally do. Yeah,
Jeez.
we talked about this on the show a long time ago.
We're the
That reminds me of
family
rights.
that when we came out for 3 weeks, because we were coming out for 3 weeks, we were trying to sort of, I'm not buying bottled water, we'll just take bottles in with us and fill it up from the water fountains, and getting dagger evil stares from a cast member, a custodian in the Magic Kingdom. Like, how dare you fill your own bottles up from that water fountain? I just wanted to go, do you know what? Cough.
Oi. I don't know.
I'd be interested to see what that butterbeer ice cream's like, actually.
Did anybody said?
Yeah,
I'll
he
get
said
soft
use
serve.
the other, but it can't be that bad. It's obviously not good enough that they have to serve it in Hogsmeade and they're not going to put it in Diagon Alley.
Yeah, I think weren't these like the ice creams they used to sell prior at the other park that doesn't have Florian Fortescue?
They might be. Yeah, because you used to be able to get... Wasn't there
serves?
like a peanut butter and jelly
Oh yeah,
one?
strawberry
What's
jelly
this?
one. or
Yes.
something? Yeah.
At
That
the
one that I always
carts.
wanted that I could never find.
Yes. I'm sure they used to sell it at the cart just outside the bathrooms in Hogsmeade where we got our pumpkin juice from the first time. And I remember it specifically because the guy working on that cart was from Carlisle.
Were they in tubs?
Yes.
Yes, I remember, yes. And very expensive. Like ice cream in tubs always.
Yeah,
for
I always
some
wanted
reason.
to try it. Reminds you to go to the cinema when you were like 5.
What's-
We used
How
to
much
get
money
them.
did you have?
Do you not remember those little like
Oh, that
vanilla
was-
ice
yeah.
cream? Those Lions ones. Just I'm showing my age now, and Darren and Chris are like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, my mother told me about them.
Shut up. You're older than me.
Lies!
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, you're gonna regret that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Such a gentleman.
It's true. It's not a slur or a slate. It's a
Lady,
fact.
stop at 29.
Yeah, I'm only 28.
Oh,
Ah, nice one.
See, there you go.
Okay. Right. So finally, I can't believe I'm saying finally
I know.
already.
I wrote this show, and it's like this is going to we're going to be
yeah, but I
we're going
think
to
we'll
struggle to
chat
keep
here.
this in for an hour, but
Yeah, no.
how long's it been? 20 minutes.
nearly 40.
Good.
We'll chat about this, I'm sure. So the last two Halloween Horror Nights, Horror Nights, it is. The last two Halloween
It's very nice.
Tell us more about horse nights.
Horse night.
Well,
Very horse nice.
saddle up and we'll tell you about it.
Jesus. I was thinking about having a drink tonight when we recorded, but I didn't.
I did.
So yes, the last two Halloween Horror Nights houses have been revealed. So Darren, take us through it.
Yes. Well, howdy, partners.
I've got to leave all that in now,
Doggies.
haven't I?
Yes, now you do. Yes, the last two houses have been announced, and they will be The Horrors of Blumhouse, featuring Happy Death Day,
Yay!
which I'm pretty good on, and The First Purge, which I personally am good on, but I know a lot of people are, not
Yeah, I
not too
haven't
happy
seen it
about
yet.
The Purge
No.
being back in. I like The Purge. I don't have any problems with it. So.
I do.
It's one of the most believable things I think at Horror Nights that there is, because you've got like real life people just, in mass and that kind of thing. And I think it just works really well for it. So
I think it works better as a scare zone than it does as a house, though.
True. Yeah, but that effect that they had in the house where, it was a dynamic thing. It was the first time I'd ever seen that, where they pull somebody out of the line.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah.
Out of the line and kill them, and pull them off. That was awesome. So
I think my issue with it as well is that this will be the first implementation in a house that's meant to have been in the house. Yeah, is that right? Because it took over from Scream in 25, so this will be the first time, at least as far as we know.
Except for that, like one little transition in the Blumhouse house last year, which was literally one room.
Oh, right, it was there last year, was it?
Yeah, right. But it was like literally one room as a transition.
Which film was that based off, though?
All of them, kind of. I think it was Anarchy, actually, at that time. Right. But it really wasn't. I guess the masks were from Anarchy, but that was about it.
Right.
They didn't have like the flag in the background.
Yes, I
could have sworn it was like flaggy in there. That's a new word there.
Yes. But also announced was Scary Tales, Deadly Ever After, which is a homage and a look back at a couple of different houses. Scary Tales, which has been House and Scare Zone, and of their Oz spinoffs that they've done before as well. So that house is going to feature a little bit of Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West, and her monkeys, kind of invading other nursery rhymes and fairy tales and making sure they don't end well.
Oh man,
we'll just
say. See that one.
It does sound cool.
Yeah, and just as a teaser, one of the areas of the house is labeled Revenge, and the crest for that one is the 3 little pigs and the wolf, but the pigs are boars.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nice.
So just an idea of the way that they're going with that. So, and they've also announced 2 extra dates for this year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool. And real soon we're gonna have another Dead Man's Digest come out here, probably this week, in a couple of days here. That we'll dive into all that information a little bit more in depth.
Because there's tons of stuff as well. Because I didn't actually catch it, but I've seen quite a few sort of screen caps from it. The live video they did showing all the merch off for this year. The merch looks really cool, actually.
Yeah. Yep, they did pretty good with it this year. So
it doesn't feel like I expected it to feel bigger with them adding an extra house in this year, but to me at least, it doesn't feel like that extra house has made any difference, because we watched Tim Tracker's video last night of him going round the park and sort of showing him, this is where this will be, this is where that'll be, this is where this will be, and I find it weird that you're going to have a big stretch from New York right the way around to... Darren, have they announced if they're going to put anything in Springfield this year like they have done the last few years?
No, but you can expect roaming clown horde chainsaws to be there.
So you're looking from New York right the way around to Springfield, where there's nothing.
Yep. Looks like they're continuing that trend.
Apart from, because normally you've got, it was Invasion last year, wasn't it? And then...
in San Francisco, yeah. But that area has always been notoriously a choke point and not a good scare zone area, so...
Do you not think with how...
And Fast and Furious will be open.
Yeah, right, so... Yeah, so where... have they got less scare zones this year, then?
5 scare zones.
That's not... There's normally 5?
Believe so.
So where have they put the one that's normally in San Francisco, then?
On Wharf Street, I believe.
Is that the Killer Clowns one?
Yes, the Killer Clowns.
It looks like it's just an alley, judging by the big sign that's there. That's the one that goes through Sting Alley.
I think it's going to be a very heavily detailed small area from what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Tim kind of was expecting them to do sort of projections on the walls and stuff as well, didn't he?
Yeah, you can't really have those suits go too far. If they're going the size that they are in the movies, those guys won't be very mobile, so it's going to be a very small, tight scare zone. I think, so.
I just, with everything that's gone on with Disney and stuff this year, buying Fox or what have you. I think next year is going to be a very interesting one. And Warner Brothers doing their own, Darren, as you well know this year, doing their own sort of Halloween Horror Nights. It's going to be interesting as far as the future of Halloween Horror Nights and what brands they're going to be able to get. I mean, here's a question for you then, Darren, as our expert, and Chris, because you know your Halloween Horror Nights stuff as well. Do you think that with everything that's going on with Fox and with Warner Brothers now, that we could potentially see a point in the next 5 to 10 years where Horror Nights goes back to being an entirely original event?
I wouldn't go entirely original. I would say that you might see more original houses, but you know, there's always a lot of other movie studios to work with besides ones that are tied with Fox.
Yeah,
and
I see the same thing, and I'm fine with that because I love the original houses. I think more times than the other ones. So if they go even heavier there, like a 70-30%, something like that, I'd be cool with it.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, with me, Hollow Scream has went out several years over Horror Nights, and they are all original. So it's not a detriment to the event at all. And I think that when you let the creative team really go and do what they want to do, it turns out everybody's favorite house every year, 9 out of 10 is an original house. Like Scarecrow the Reaping last year turned out to be one of the most intense, awesome houses. And when you look at that one on paper, and Deathwater Bayou as well. You look at those ones on paper, you go, maybe Deathwater Bayou was cool because you know there was a whole riverboat in there. They did that ahead of time. But Scarecrow the Reaping, you were like, okay, it takes place during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. It's like, oh, this is going to be a really exciting house, you know. But it turned out to be incredibly awesome, you know, how they set everything up. So, I would definitely be for a lot more originals. That is totally fine with me. But like you said here, you can already see how it's affected the event in that Warner Brothers initially, very early on, it was pretty solid that it was going to be at the event this year. And the reason that it wasn't is because it is going to be at Warner Brothers Horror Made Here event. So, you know, it is touching and affecting the event already. So yes, will we see it affect things in the future? For sure. Because, you know, Warner Brothers also has the rights to, I think, New Line Cinema stuff, right?
Right.
So they have Freddy and Jason and everything like that as well. They're doing The Exorcist this year at Warner Brothers on the Warner Brothers lot as well. So it's going to become a matter of, do they want to share and what are they doing that year? And that pretty much will be off the table for Universal.
It could be a good thing because it might make Universal, you know, they're going to have to come out and think outside the box a little bit, that it's not as easy, and make them work a little bit harder for the event. Especially Hollywood, Yeah.
Which is good news for the people over in Hollywood because, let's be honest, over the past couple of years, it has been lackluster compared to Horror Nights Orlando. So and Not Scary Farm and all the other ones there. So
and like Darren pointed out earlier, I mean, it lets the creative team basically flex, you know, their thinking muscles there, to come up with some really cool original houses.
I mean, you think, Darren, as well, back in the day, they've done IP houses, but not IP houses, wink, wink.
Yeah.
They found ways of doing certain things, like didn't they do a thing years ago? It was basically the thing, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was based on the new, like, the Thing Assimilation. Wasn't it? It was still a thing, like, officially.
No, I thought they did one, like, I'm talking 20 years ago or more. Like years and years ago.
Kind of rings a bell.
Yeah. But I mean, like you say, going back, Tracy, we fell in love with the event first time we went, and there was not a single IP there.
No. Not at all.
But I think it's interesting. I wonder how much the Warner Brothers thing and that has made them look at getting into bed with Netflix. Because then you think if they can get into bed with Netflix, that opens a different avenue for them to go down. You think Netflix are creating a lot of their own stuff now as well.
Are they doing a lot of horror though?
I don't know.
Or something that would fit even with Horror Nights. Because I mean, Stranger Things, I don't consider it a horror.
I'd say Orange is the New Black House. Actually, that could be quite interesting.
Yeah, very scary for conservatives.
But it's interesting that the event is going to have to change one way or another.
Yeah. think change is good.
Oh,
Sometimes.
absolutely. Yeah. I think they've become too reliant sometimes on of getting people in, and that's why they use them. It's like we put Stranger Things out. It's going to be rammed most nights this year.
Oh yeah,
because it's been the biggest TV series on the planet for the last couple of years. See, would
And
they
I can guarantee it's not going to be the best house.
It probably won't. Like,
not even in the top 5 things.
Really?
Yep.
Is that because you're not really interested in it, Darren, or is that what you genuinely think?
I love Stranger Things. I just know how things translate to houses, and I know that one's not going to be in the top 5 this year.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Darren on that. Maybe just be like a visually fun. I don't see how it can be thrilling, like how another house, like Scarecrow, for example, would do. I think we're going to see, if they do it, we're going to see some really cool effects. We'll see some cool, makeup and things like that. But we'll see.
Cool sets, I think, is going to be the big thing for that one.
Are they doing both seasons or just the first?
Just the first.
So there's no Demodogs in it or anything like that?
No, because they know they're saving them for next year for when
for us.
I can't wait to see how they do the Demogorgon. I mean, I've seen some Comic-Con versions before, and that was awesome. So it'll be cool to see it inside of a house.
Yeah, the Demidogs, they're still trying to get all the hair off the wolves from American use those.
So Darren and Chris, then, top 3 anticipated houses this year, then?
Carnival Graveyard, I'd say, is number 1 for me. I'd say Slaughter Cinema is also a big one for me.
Okay.
And Trick or Treat would be if they didn't have the Scare Zone last year. So Poltergeist is going to be number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't see how Poltergeist is going to work as a house.
What?
I think it'll suffer.
Poltergeist literally is a house. What do you mean?
Yeah, but it's the same as
when was the last time you saw it?
The Exorcist. I think we watched the remake not that long ago, and it was absolutely garbage.
Did we? I've banished that from memory.
I don't remember an awful lot about it, but I think
when was the last time you saw it?
Oh, a long, long time
You haven't
ago.
watched it with me, and we've been together forever.
That was literally the first horror film I ever saw when I was 5.
I think Poltergeist has more moments than The Exorcist, being that it at least takes place in a whole house as opposed to a room.
Yes.
That might be a one benefit for it. And the other thing is it's got a lot of different situations that happen in the movie. And I think, like Exorcist, you're going to see them expand some of the ideas into abstract thoughts. Like I entirely expect to walk through a room filled with TV static and that kind of thing, going through, and I think there's more ideas to it to flesh it out than The Exorcist, personally. And I liked it more. Just as a movie, I liked it more than The Exorcist.
Chris?
Yeah, I want to say Stranger Things just to see how it is, but I'm leaning again more towards the original houses. I think the Scary Tales sounds kind of cool from like a creative standpoint in there. So that one I'm looking forward to. The Rust in Pieces also is there on the list. And I don't know, I'm probably on Poltergeist as well, just because that's kind of a like for an IP, that one's I guess the top IP one for the year.
Cool.
If you were going, do you know what your top 3 would be? Do you even know what any of them are?
I do, but I haven't really thought about it.
See, I don't care. The Stranger Things would be at the top of my list, even though I know it probably wouldn't live up to what I wanted to be.
Straight away. Oh, you can pull faces all you like. But when I heard Poltergeist, I was like, ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the Scary Tales.
Yeah, that's obvious because you loved Asylum in Wonderland. See, I really liked Asylum in Wonderland. I love anything like that. Actually,
I do.
Was that the 3D house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. See, I'd never done a 3D house before. That's why, because I know a lot of people I don't like 3D houses. We'd never done one before, so it was all entirely new. I think it worked really well.
I love the narrative all the way through the house and how you're spiraling down.
I wish they'd release soundtracks of the in-house music every year, because I'd buy them.
That'd be cool.
Definitely.
I wish they had a Killer Clowns from Outer Space house, though. I'm not going to lie. I love that movie.
They may well do.
Maybe next
That's
year.
what I'm saying, maybe next year.
Yeah, true.
They
Very
look
true.
at this is how they do it now, right? If we're not quite sure how it'll go down, we'll put it in a scare zone first, and then if it does well, then we'll ram it in. Because you'll probably see Vamp 95 as a house next year.
Probably.
But that would work well as a house or a scare zone. I think scare zone wise, Vamp 85 is the one that I think I'd be excited about.
Yeah, especially the things that we've heard about it, like they're going to have the ball drop every night.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of like specialized events happening there, so it's going to be a place that the pass holders, the people that have the Rush of Fear and everything like that, are going to be hanging out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I love how the scare zones have become theatrical interactive areas now, rather than just a walkthrough and people basically an extension of a house, but outside. That they've become sort of story driven show set pieces, basically.
Yeah. Very cool.
I like that. That, like, I know when you went for 25, Darren, when you went a lot, you said you hung out in the New York one a lot, and that had so many different set pieces. And I feel like we missed out on the scare zones because you're too focused on, because when you only go sort of 2 or 3 times, you're too focused on get the house, and your only experience of the scare zone is literally walking through it to get to the next house. And
very true.
You miss out on that a lot when you don't get to go that often, and when you get to go like you did 11 times and hang out, you get to really sit back and go, do you know what, we'll just have a night tonight where we'll just hang out in the scare zones. I love Halloween Horror Nights. I really want to go.
Well, it's only you stopping us.
Hey, I'm feeling the same way this year. I'm personally only going to go twice, I think, this year, which is very low compared to the other years. So
yeah.
Got a lot of other things happening this Halloween, though. So,
oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is that about everything then?
There's some other stuff I didn't put in. They're doing this Hogwarts back to Hogwarts thing, where they're doing scavenger hunts, and according to Universal, they are doing a new. It's not even a celebration. I don't even know what you call it. It's called Celebrate Back to Hogwarts at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter this September. So they're going to be doing a Back to Hogwarts social media fan meetup on September the 1st, which doesn't say there's anything specifically there. It's just a fan meetup, so there's going to be loads of... And I count myself among these before anyone has a go, but Potter nerds all dressed up in costume and stuff. I've no doubt Lon will be there. And it's a first come, first serve. They're doing a Back to Hogwarts scavenger hunt throughout September. This is a weird one. Group photo Fridays.
Okay.
You'll have a chance to get that cool photo with your friends at your favourite places in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. You can participate in photo meetups with fellow witches and wizards every Friday in September in Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. And don't forget to dress for the occasion in your best Back to Hogwarts wardrobe. So on Friday, September the 7th, in Hogsmeade at the Hogwarts Express at 2 p.m, there will be one. I wonder if... it will be our friend, the Hogwarts Express conductor. Might be there. On Friday, September the 14th, in Hogsmeade at the Tri-Wizards stage, there will be one at 12:45 p.m. And then on September the 21st, in Diagon Alley at the Carkit Market stage, there will be one at 12 p.m. And then Friday the 28th, there will be one at the Night Bus at 2 p.m. And then there's also, it says, dress for Back to Hogwarts. Most people who go there do anyway. And then it also says, and more.
Cool.
So
I always like and more.
Yeah, just a daft little thing, I suppose. Encourage people to get in the parks and do some different stuff, won't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
I guess the scavenger hunt will probably be like that minion thing. That
Probably.
did.
Yeah.
Similar to that, anyway.
Be quite a good... You think Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley would be really good areas to do scavenger hunts in, actually, especially Diagon Alley.
Yep.
Like an actual scavenger hunt.
Uh-huh.
It'd be better if there's just a small group of people in there, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else, really.
Cool.
No. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for episode 315 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. I forgot what we were then.
We haven't changed. Well, we have changed slightly, but...
No, we're still a podcast.
We're just not 100% anymore.
No, well, I'd forgotten the word podcast. So, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget to send in your Which Voodoo Do You Do's. I know it doesn't sound grammatically correct, but you know what I mean. I'm pluralising it. Yeah, so that's going to do it. So for Lee, Darren, Chris and myself, this has been the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Good night.
Cut, print, that's a wrap for another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.